TESOL Pop, Season 5, Special Episode. Hello and welcome to TESOL Pop, the mini podcast for busy teachers. My name is Laura and this is our special episode about the 56th Annual IATEFL Conference in Harrogate. In this special episode, I will share soundbites from returning guests, such as Fiachra McCleary and Gina Rodriguez, as well as new guests, such as Claire from Ingley Insta and Marcus James, who is the social media manager for the Teaching English programme at the British Council. I asked them to share their thoughts about the IATEFL conference, and in the case of Claire and Fiachra, I asked them to share their insights on talks they attended about AI and social media in language teaching. As many of the recordings for this episode were conducted in the exhibition hall at the IATEFL conference, you will hear the chatter of people in the background. If you prefer to listen along with a transcription, then you can go to either our Spotify or YouTube channel or even the TESOL Pop website for a captioned video version of this episode. So what was it like attending the 56th IATEFL conference in Harrogate? Well, I was impressed with the quantity, variety and quality of the sessions that were offered during the 4 days. The biggest challenge in attending an event like this is in choosing which sessions to attend, as it was a full-on programme with activities starting as early as 8:15 in the morning and after conference events such as quizzes and music lasting till late. Fortunately, I was more prepared this year, having selected the talks and events I wanted to attend in advance and factoring in longer breaks for myself to reflect and recharge. I especially like the exhibition hall as it is a great place to meet and learn about others' work. I was exploring the exhibition hall on day 2 when I bumped into Marcus James and asked him about his experience of the conference so far.
I must have met probably 100 different people, from former colleagues where I've worked in the past to social media personalities like yourself, who I know and have connected with and follow online, but never had the opportunity to interact on a one-to-one level. So I think in terms of what I'm getting out of the conference so far has been a lot of connections and also a lot of digested knowledge. And by that I mean I talk to people who have been to interesting talks, and when they explain it to me, they're digesting it and understanding it and helping me understand what it is. So I kind of don't need to attend the talk because I've had someone kind of write the cliff notes for me.
As well as making new connections, I also met with friends of the TESOL Pop podcast. I bumped into guest speaker from Season 5, Episode 10, Gina Rodriguez, who had a lot of positive things to say about her first experience of the IATEFL conference.
I am blown away with all the activity, the sessions, all the exhibition area, and how international the audience is. Just like I met people from Nepal, from Uzbekistan, from Uruguay, from America, so from like all parts of the world, and it's an amazing opportunity to talk to them and see what ELT is like in those markets. From the outside, IATEFL might look that is for teachers only and a bit academic, but I can see that language school owners and managers, they are missing an opportunity if they don't attend an event like this, because they can see what is trending in ELT, they can network with potential stakeholders, and it is an opportunity to get inspired, to bring innovation back to school when you go to your school, and to really, find opportunities to stand out, especially nowadays with the saturated market that all language schools are struggling with. So yes, definitely a place to come for them.
Following the morning plenary session, the programme for the day focuses on talks and workshops. So between the plenary session and lunchtime, for example, there are 3 sessions, and in each session there are around 18 talks to choose from. Needless to say, there were a few instances where I had to choose between 2 or 3 talks that I wanted to attend, so I was glad to catch up with Fiachra, who shared insights into talks that he attended to exchange notes.
Yes, I've been to a few really good talks, but the one that stands out the most is what is the teacher's role in the increasingly automated online education? And it's by Ninez Ichaporia. What I liked about the talk is she focused on AI, which is, of course, the topic of the moment. And I like that it wasn't all doom and gloom. So when you're online these days, everyone's talking about how we're all going to lose our jobs and everyone's going to be just talking to robots, but she focused on the positive sides of it as well as actually talking about the potential for, our roles to change. Some of the positive things she talked about were the fact that it can kind of help us and aid us in terms of taking away time-consuming, kind of monotonous tasks, that side of our job that we don't enjoy, and allow us to focus more on the actual teaching. And talked more about how it can be a great tool to make learners more autonomous, in terms of students interacting with bots. She doesn't have all the answers though, she said, and talked about how it could, revolutionize, change our jobs, but she said that it's exciting and that we shouldn't be so worried about it as such. Yeah, I was one of those people that was a little worried, when in November when people started posting stuff about ChatGPT. I am coming around to it now and seeing the benefits of it. So one thing I'm thinking about for the future is with course design, building a kind of AI aspect into it where students get to interact with chatbots or even with voice software as well. So that's something I kind of want to kind of experiment with more and hopefully incorporate into online courses that I develop in the future.
Similarly, Claire shared her experience in attending a talk on using memes in the classroom that I missed out on.
I'm going to talk actually about a workshop I went to because it was honestly a lot of fun to attend, but also very educational, which is always a great combination. It was What Do You Meme? And it was talking about using memetic language in the classroom and just how important that is to kind of interact with younger generations in a way that they already interact online. And then also how we can take things traditionally that we would teach in a classroom, like grammatical structures, and make it a fun and interactive thing in a classroom environment. I think that in general, it was just really interesting to see how you could bring something that students love into a place that feels a bit structured. I definitely think there was a few ideas about like how you can like bring that in and get students using technology, like their phones, scanning like QR codes in the classroom environment. So getting them to use their phone, which they already do, in a way that can help them learn something and also communicate. Like engagement in a classroom is so important. So getting them to like have fun, use what you're teaching them, and also just feel more confident in speaking a little bit more about whatever they're creating. So I think that's pretty cool. I definitely will use that in the future. Use more memes in the classroom.
If you attended the IATEFL conference, I'd love to hear about your experience. You can share your experience and continue this conversation by posting this episode on LinkedIn, Facebook, or Instagram with your own thoughts and tagging TESOL Pop. We're going to be back for season 6, which launches with the wonderful Jo Dale in mid-May. We're going to be talking about technologies that can help make our classes more inclusive. What's more, this is our first video series, so you can listen as usual wherever you get your podcasts or watch on the video function on Spotify or on the TESOL Pop YouTube channel. Make sure you click the subscribe button and the notification bell so you don't miss out on the launch of season 6. See you soon.